Hi again, everyone. I'm Carol Kearney with Momentum Realty. Welcome. I have Jen Duplessis here with me today, one of my favorite lenders, who I'd like to introduce you to. You're welcome. First of all, hi and welcome. How are you?
Good.
Good.
I'm doing good.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
So tell us about, first of all, you're a lender, and you're a direct lender. How does that work as opposed to a non-direct lender, if you will?
Well, a direct lender provides the financing for the mortgage by themselves. It's their own funding that does that. And a non-direct lender provides the financing for the closing from another lender.
Okay.
And so there's a lack of control that happens in the entire process. So it's real important to use a direct lender because underwriting, processing, everything's all under one roof. We're able to tap into those resources in a moment's notice as opposed to, let's say, the internet, where you make a phone call and hope that someone answers the phone on the other end. And it's real key in my industry because as a direct lender, I'm accountable to my clients in a localized way, whereas an indirect or national or internet lender is not accountable to their customers. So you find that the service level is just much different.
Well, I think that would also mean that you know where you're lending, how the systems work, how it works.
Absolutely.
The costs and
every
everything
single
else.
time.
Right.
Every single time.
That's huge. That's very
Yeah.
important. So how are you different from other lenders in our local area, which is Loudoun County?
Yep. Well, how I'm different from other lenders is that I hold a designation called a Certified Mortgage Planning Specialist, and then, the acronym for that is CMPS. And what that is it's a different level of loan officer. So rather than focusing on just transactions and working a transaction after another to finish out my month, I focus on tax savings and cash flow analysis and wealth building for the customer. So any client that I'm working with, whether they make $50,000 a year or $250,000 a year, we work to ensure that the mortgage is not just a debt for them, but a source for them to be able to create and build wealth.
Kind of a part of their overall financial strategy, as opposed
Absolutely.
to just a loan that you want to refinance down the road, or kind of a quick thing. It's more of an overall plan.
Well, actually, tell everybody it's that rather than making your mortgage a glorified debt, we're going to make your mortgage work for you and to your benefit. And so that means that after the transaction's closed, we don't stop communicating with our customers. We ensure that everyone is brought up to speed on market trends, et cetera, over the extended period of time.
Well, and that's huge because things are always changing. People's needs are always changing,
Absolutely.
and they may have additional needs.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of noise in the market, and to listen to everything that happens in the news, it's not good,
Yeah.
and not it doesn't help especially after you've owned your home for a little bit, and you hear all this noise that maybe you're upside down or maybe you're this, that, and the other. It's really not as bad as everyone thinks, but it's important and key to keep in touch with someone like me.
Right.
So that's the first thing that sets us apart. The second thing is that we are givers. We are very much concerned about our clients from stage one all the way through many, many years out from now. And unlike other traditional loan officers who simply are just interested in quoting rate, we do take the time to meet with our customers and help them understand the entire process, help them with concerns or fears that they have, with no expectation of a return. And we know that by doing that giving, we will get a return at some point. It's key to remember that someone who is going to buy, whether someone's going to buy today or we need to get them on the right path to buy 3 years from now, we want to talk to those customers. We want to help them get on the right path.
And how unusual is that? I mean, that is wonderful.
It's very unusual,
you
actually.
really want it is, because
Yeah.
you want to be able to help people. And just because you can't buy today, you need to be on the path to be able to buy tomorrow. And
on the right path.
And on the right path.
On the right path,
exactly.
rather than listening to the things that are out there in the news. And that is really super key. And I hear it all the time. I hear it all the time. People say to me, well, I don't know if they're going to buy today. Do you really want to talk to them? Yes, I do want to talk to them. I want to help them go on the right path.
Well, that's incredible, because I don't think I've ever heard that from another lender before, where you're almost like a counselor, another piece of their financial picture.
Yeah.
So,
Well, a certified mortgage planning specialist, and it's
Exactly.
just like a certified financial planner. We're planning everything for them.
because there are a lot of different products out there, and I think people don't understand what their options are, or even that they have options.
Right. And if you notice, what sets me apart, I didn't say my service, and I did not say my rates, because everyone can say that.
Right.
I demonstrate
right.
that through what I give.
Right. And that is different, and that is huge. That's really exciting. So, if somebody's interested in buying a house, what is the first step?
The first step is to contact me. Contact a mortgage lender and get a pre-qualification. That is the first step. You cannot make an offer on a house without having that pre-approval with you. And the first step is to communicate with the lender. The worst thing that could happen is to go out and look for a home only to find out that you only qualify for something that's half the size of that particular home.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, we don't want that to happen to anybody. So let's find out exactly what you qualify for. But going a step beyond that, not just what you qualify for, because you may qualify for more than you ever expected to pay,
Yeah.
but what's affordable and what can be in your budget.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's huge too, because a lot of lenders, I like my clients to be able to eat, because I want to come over to their house for dinner.
Yeah.
And if they put it all into the mortgage, they're not going to be able to afford
Now,
to do
that's funny you
anything
say
else.
that, because what I tell them is every time that they make their payments on a monthly basis, I don't want them to say, I don't like Jennifer, I don't like Jennifer, I don't like Jennifer.
And that's
I want them
huge.
to be happy and come back to me later on for another transaction.
Mm-hmm. And that's huge.
Yeah.
So how would people reach you, Jenna?
The best way to reach me is to call me on my cell phone at 703-864-4597, or you can reach me at my website at www.kearneylending.com, and that's spelled Kirney. I'm a little different than your Kearney,
Yes,
isn't
you
it?
are. Yes, you are. Well, thank you very much for
You're
helping us out
welcome.
today and helping us hopefully understand the process better, because it is a huge process and people really need to be able to take the time with someone like you to understand it.
Yep.
And for more information on how to reach Jen, please go to my website. Thank you very much.